Hi guys, sorry I didn't mean to make that so long. I was hoping to get it all in one. I think we covered everything from your notes. So you're going to have a confidence level. So in that case, it was 95% confidence. You're going to have a mean. That's what you estimate or what you find. And then we estimate because 95% confidence represents two standard deviations. We estimate it's going to be plus or minus two standard deviations from that mean. And in our case, it would be somewhere, and you will give the interval like this. So in our case, it would be somewhere between 107.8 and 116.2. I also want to give the Logan Bailey example again, but I'm going to give it a little differently now. So let's say, assuming you're all sitting in the same spots, Katie should be sitting about in the middle of the room. So Katie is the truth. We are searching for Katie, right? We're searching for the truth this whole chapter. So Katie is the truth. We are searching for Katie. All of you are X bars. So assuming the room is, you should all be, if Katie's in the middle, you should all be within, I don't know, 10, 15 feet of Katie. Okay, so if I can find Katie, then 95% of the time, everybody that's normally in that room is within 10 feet of Katie. So if you are all X bars, if I find any one of you, if I find Nick, if he's still sitting back in the corner, if I find Nick, then I am 95% confident Katie should be 15 feet away. Whatever I just said, 10, 15 feet away. If I can find Ben, I'm 95% confident Katie should be within 15 feet of Ben. Now, if you find me right now, because I'm not in the room, I'm one of the 5% of the unlucky few where Katie is not within 15 feet of me. But if I can find any one of you, if you're normally within 15 feet of Katie, then if I can find any one of you, Katie should be within 15 feet of you. That's what the idea behind this is. And now I want to do the first two homework problems with you. So you can read number one, read all that big giant paragraph up above, and then we'll cut to the chase. So it says, suppose that they give you a test, simple random sample from 840 people. So that is our population. Nope, that's not our population. That is our N. So we have N equals 840 from a large population in which the scores have a mean. So we have an X bar of 280. We have a standard deviation of 60. Describe the shape, center, spread of the sampling distribution. So we know the sampling distribution is going to center around 280, assuming that's going to end up being close to the mean. Standard deviation of X bar is going to be 60 over the square root of 840. This is just from chapter 9. So 60 divided by the square root of 840, I guess I should have got my calculator out. Let me pause myself quick. Okay, that standard deviation equals 2.07. So this says describe the shape. Well, the shape's going to be about normal because n is really large. So by central limit theorem. The center is going to be around 280. And the spread is going to be about 2.07. So it says sketch a normal curve that describes how X bar is going to vary in many samples from this population. Mark the mean and 1, 2, and 3 standard deviations away. So let's go down here and do that. Let me give myself, I guess I didn't give myself much room. I'll do that right here. So I got my mean at 280. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I add 2.07, I get 282.07. Do it again, I get 284.14. You guys can do that. I don't need to keep doing that. Okay. So that says mark it out 1, 2, 3 standard deviations according to the 68-95% rule. 95% of all of the X bars are going to fall within 2 standard deviations from the mean. What is the missing number? Call that M. So if we think about it, we've got X bar plus or minus M. That's how we do do this. So our X bar is going to be 280 plus or minus M is going to be 2 standard deviations. Now in our case, if we doubled 2 standard deviations, it's going to be 4.14. So it's going to be 280 plus or minus 4.14. Shade the region. So that region is going to be between right here to right there. So we expect it to fall within that range. Whenever X bar falls in that range, the true population mean is there. Sketch one that falls inside and one that falls outside. So basically, if I found an X bar right here, and I went 2 standard deviations and 2 standard deviations, I would catch the true mean. If I did one right here, and I went 2 standard deviations and 2 standard deviations, I would not catch the true mean. So it's just making a sketch like the one in the homework. And then in what percent of all samples will the true mean be covered? Well, 95% of the time, because 2 standard deviations away tells us 95% of the time. So that's what it's asking you to do in number 1. So we can do that one together. You should have that one already done. I want to go over number 2 as well. I hate this problem. I've hated it every year. I cannot wrap my brain around it, so I'm just going to tell you what you need to know. Anytime you state confidence, this is what you are going to state. You are stating that you are 95% confident. I'll just say it. You can write it. You are 95% confident that the true mean falls within your interval. You will never say, and I don't, like I said, I can't wrap my brain around this, but I'm just warning you for the AP test or whatever. You will never say probability. You will never say chance. You will say confident. I am 95% confident that the true mean, now also be careful because when you go to do number 3, it's not that one person or that one average or that one sample will be in there. It's that we're 95% confident that we found the true mean in our interval. Okay, so this says mark all of these statements true or false. Number 1 is false because they use the word probability. I don't know. They hate it. Don't use it. I don't really. Basically what they're saying either there's a 100% chance you found it or there's a 0% chance you found it. Either it's in that lucky 95% or it's in that unlucky 5%. So don't ever use the word probability or chance. Always, we are 95% confident we found the true mean in our interval. So this one is a false. Here's the word chance again. So that one is a false. This interval is constructed using a method that resulted in intervals that will capture the true mean 95% of all samples. No, this is not in 95% of all samples. This is in our sample. In our one sample, we are 95% confident we found the truth. Okay, so this is not of all samples. We're only talking about our one sample. In our one sample we did, because we followed all the rules we've learned all year long, because we did a really good job conducting the study, we're 95% confident we found the true mean. 95% of all possible samples will contain this interval. Again, no. Our one sample we did, we are 95% confident we found the truth. They're saying that this one is true. The probability that you capture the mean is either you didn't and you're in that 5% right here, or you did and you're in the lucky 95%, but we don't know which half you're in. So don't stress too much about this problem. Here's what you really need to know. Never say the word probability. Never say the word chance. It is always that in our one sample we did, we are 95% confident we found the truth. Okay? Hope that does it. Have a good day. Call me if you need me.